Hi you guys, if you want to learn how to make my easy and delicious bacon ranch cheese fries, stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is cook our bacon and just go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm just using Smithfield thick cut bacon, but you can use whatever you have on hand. And to me, the best way to cook bacon, make sure that it's nice and crispy and golden brown and delicious, is in the oven, 400 degrees for approximately 15 to 20 minutes, just depends on how thick your bacon is. Alright, so now I have 5 potatoes here in a bowl, and I also have a bowl of cold water, and that is to keep the potatoes from oxidizing and turning brown, okay? So nothing fancy to see here. I'm just using a potato peeler and I'm peeling my potatoes just like so. All right, so once that is done, we're going to go ahead and cut our fries. So I'm just going to slice this potato down the middle just like so. And once I have my 2 halves, I'm going to make at least 3 to 4 pieces from that half, okay? So that's 3 from that. And I'm going to cut again. And I have another 3. So I have 6 pieces from that 1 potato, okay? So you should get about 6 to 8 pieces from each potato. Just depends on how big your potato is. So once you have your pieces here, we're going to go ahead and cut them into logs just like so. And you can make your fries as thick or as thin as you would like. I kind of like mine in the middle, okay? And another thing I wanted to say, please be very, very careful cutting your fries, you guys. You do want to make sure that your knife is sharp, but please don't hurt yourself. Take your time when cutting these fries, okay? Again, showing you guys, I'm just cutting my potato down the middle vertically, and then each half I'm cutting into 3 to 4 pieces. And this one I was able to get 4 pieces out of it because it was a thicker potato. So in all, from 1 potato, I was able to get 8 pieces from that. And then at this point, you can go ahead and cut your fries just like so. Super easy. I hope my explanation is not confusing you guys, and I hope that I am explaining myself clearly. But just by the video alone, you guys, you don't have to be intimidated with cutting your own fries. It is easy, you guys. It's super easy. We used to make these homemade fries when we were younger. And they were just always the best. Like, they taste so good, better than any restaurant, better than any frozen bag fries. They were just delicious, you guys. So, all right, now I am done cutting my fries. I have them in this cold water. I'm going to rinse them several times, like 3 or 4 times, so I can get all of that starch off of the surface of the potato. If you have a lot of starch on your potato, they're not going to get nice and crispy for you. They're just going to be limp, and they're going to be sticking together when it's frying, and that's just not a good situation. So you want to rinse them until your water runs clear, okay? So now I have a cookie sheet that's lined with some paper towels, and I'm going to take about half of my fries here and blot them with the paper towel. I'm just trying to dry them as much as possible before I put them in the fryer. So once my oil is nice and hot, I'm going to go ahead and drop my fries in just like so. Again, please be very careful when doing this step. Once I have my fries in the oil, I'm going to take my tongs and give them a good zhuzh, making sure that nobody's sticking together and that everything is frying properly. And I'm going to be doing this several times throughout the cooking process. It takes roughly 15-ish minutes for the fries to cook all the way through and for them to be nice and brown and crispy. So it does take a little minute doing it this way, but it is definitely worth it, you guys. So try not to walk away from them. Keep a good eye on them. Give them a good push every once in a while, and your fries will come out perfect. So this is how they look once they're done. I'm putting them in a bowl that's lined with some paper towel, and immediately after taking them out of the oil, I'm going to go ahead and salt them, give them a good shake. And since I have to do 2 batches, I'm going to put this batch on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven at like 230 degrees, just so they can stay nice and warm while the second batch is cooking. So while our second batch of fries is finishing up, we're going to go ahead and move on to our cheese sauce. And I'm using Velveeta, their sharp cheddar flavor. And I'm using about well, right here I'm cutting up roughly 16 ounces, but you don't really need 16 ounces. You may need 8 to 10 ounces for this recipe, okay? So you don't need as much cheese as you see me cutting up there, all right? So now I have my pan here, and I'm putting in 1 tablespoon of butter. And then once that is melted, I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. I'm going to give this a stir for at least a good minute and a half, making sure that we are cooking that raw flour flavor out, okay? We do not want that in our cheese sauce. So once the time is up with stirring this flour, we're going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of whole milk, and we're going to do that little by little. We're not just going to dump the milk in at this point. We're going to pour a little bit in at a time and stir the whole entire time, okay? You're going to get a good arm workout doing this recipe, okay? And also, I'm using the spoon here, but you can definitely use a whisk. That might be a little bit easier for this process. So we're just going to keep on stirring, keep on pouring little by little until the milk, butter, and flour mixture is nice and silky and smooth. So after a couple of minutes, this is what it should look like. Nice and smooth, and it has thickened up nicely. So now we're ready to add our cheese. And right before you add your cheese, make sure that you turn your heat off completely, okay? So we're just using the residual heat to melt the cheese, okay? So turn your heat off, put your cheese in, and continue to stir. Once the cheese is melted, we're going to go ahead and season it up with simply some salt and some pepper. If you want a little bit of kick to your cheese sauce, I recommend adding some cayenne, and that is absolutely delicious as well. But my kids are eating this, so we're just going to stick with salt and pepper. And this is our cheese sauce, you guys. Doesn't that look yummy? Oh my gosh. So now we are ready to assemble our bacon ranch cheese fries, you guys. So these are our fries that have been sitting in the oven so they can stay nice and toasty and warm. We're just going to go ahead and serve us up a portion, just like so. Then we're going to take our cheese sauce and drizzle that over the top. And yes, I like a lot of cheese. And next, we're going to go ahead and add our bacon that we cooked at the beginning of the video. Then I'm going to add some minced jalapeno. I'm not a fan of the thick sliced jalapenos on my fries. I like to taste a bit of jalapeno in each bite, so I like the minced jalapenos better for this. And then I'm adding in my ranch. You can add whatever your favorite ranch dressing. And then lastly, I'm adding some green onions on the top. I love green onions on my cheese fries, you guys. And that is it, y'all. My easy and delicious bacon ranch cheese fries. And when I tell you guys, these are delicious. Doing this voiceover, I just need a plate. I need another plate. These were so good, you guys. The homemade fries, bomb. Perfect texture. The cheese sauce, delicious. Brings everything together. The saltiness from the bacon, the heat from the jalapenos, the coolness from the ranch, and that pop of freshness from the green onions, you guys. This dish is absolutely bomb, okay? It's not healthy, but it's bomb. It is so good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up and even share it with a friend. I love you guys so much for clicking and watching as always. And I will see y'all on the next one. Until then, bye.